can't go off your emotions or you're not gonna go nowhere, bro. It's like we said, especially if you a man, bro.
Yeah. Be a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know it's been very construed. People letting you know a man is this. Oh, a man lets out his emotions. No, bruh. A strategic man lets out his emotions in private or in the correct time.
Yeah. So then their emotions even spike even more. They're like, shit, I'm in a nigga moment. I gotta react off my emotions. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you just become a slave to your emotions. Every single emotional choice, people emotional spend. Nobody speaks about that.
God,
they know they don't need to be buying this shit, but their emotions get the best of them. They're like,
I feel sad right now. This little bag gonna help.
That's what I'm saying. That shit
like,
not
no,
gonna
it's
help,
not.
bro.
It's gonna sit in your closet for years.
That's what I'm saying.
You're gonna use it once.
And they profit off that, bro. Because that's like the biggest achievement somebody can achieve in life is to never give up on yourself. But if you let your emotions dictate how you feel at the present moment, you can give up, bro.
What they should have done is only allow up to 4 reservations per day. Like, spend, if you know that you want to give these people a certain number of course experience and it's going to take this amount of time, then you need to make sure your operations align with that, bro. Yeah. One person can't be spending extra amount of time on plating food, or another person can't be delaying this part of the process. Like, it has to be streamlined. And you know, it's great to support black businesses, but this is just one of
business?
Oh, most definitely.
I knew it,
bro. You know for a fact that you would not have. Man, come on, bro.
I started recording, so I was like, let me not say what I want to say.
Like, it's
we good on this one. One,
yeah.
Yep. 2.
Yeah. Yep, perfect.
Good to go.
I knew it, bro.
It's, you know, it's unfortunate, bro, but like, I think that there has been a lack of free education to black businesses, maybe, possibly. I don't know. Maybe it's there, maybe it's not. I don't know.
I realize black businesses, they look for that what is it, empathy card just because you black.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
like,
and they were on the older crowd, like you can tell like they just weren't business minded people.
Yeah.
But it's okay. What's going on, y'all? Hey man. Pure Intentions Gang. Back for another video, back for another episode. I am one of your hosts, David.
I'm Justin.
And hey man, this episode 34.
Sheesh.
34.
Hey, we getting up there.
Yeah, bro. It's you know what I'm saying? Definitely a journey.
Yeah.
A couple of announcements before we do get started. Join the Pure Intentions community. We will be rolling out our weekly calendar. So our weekly calendar will consist of different calls, different check-ins, different roundtables throughout the week so that we can make sure that we're growing with each other, sharing with each other, and, you know, just networking with each other and fellowshipping, you know? Yeah. So definitely stay tuned for that. Also, we have a couple of summer events that will be coming out very, very soon that you want to take advantage of. So follow at Pure Intent Pod on Instagram to stay in touch with that. And if you want the daily motivation, follow the Instagram as well. But other than that, I think that covers all the announcements, bro. What we getting into today, man?
Today we getting into a topic which, you know what I'm saying, you got to keep your emotions out of it if you truly want to grasp the concept. So
I feel like you did. I feel like this right now. So, bro, you done seen the situations. We done seen the situations where people have literally allowed their feelings to deter them from an outcome in a situation.
And look, I mean, cut you off, but look though, if you let your emotions get in the way right now, they not even gonna grasp the concept of this episode.
Literally, bro. You like, oh, but I'm an emotional person. Okay, well, you need to tone down your emotional part and just listen. You know what I'm saying? Because it is very imperative, and especially for men, bro. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, don't don't be an emotional man out here, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you cannot have emotions, but do not be an emotional man.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna get into it after this episode. What do we want the people to know?
I wanted people to know, fuck your emotions.
Oh God.
You know?
Oh God. I want y'all to know exactly why it's important to have this type of view on your feelings, what
Yeah.
type of outcomes can come if you do listen to your feelings, and you know how to go about it.
Yeah.
So honestly, bro, feelings, everybody has them. We're human.
Yeah.
We got feelings. We got sadness, we got happiness, we got anxiety, we got fear. We have all of these different feelings that we have, and they're very strong. They're very intense.
Very.
I can see why they can have a hold on people and influence them to change their actions. That's fine. But we need to develop a mechanism that is going to change how those feelings are used. Because let's break it down, bro. What are feelings for real, bro?
So feelings are basically emotions, and it's the language of the body, I believe. So it's like thoughts are the language of the mind, and emotions are the language of the body. So all emotions is just a signal to some type of outside or maybe internal action that may have happened. So that's all it is a signal. But a lot of times people they get the signal and it just overtakes them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of just like being like, okay, I feel this. Do I want to act on this emotion, or do I want to move differently?
Bro, to add on to that, I would say they're chemicals.
Yeah.
They are actually measurable, detectable things going on inside of your body.
Yeah.
And depending on which chemicals are firing off, depends how you feel. We've all heard about dopamine, the feel-good chemical.
Yeah.
When you have a spike in dopamine, you feel good. When you have a spike drop or a negative spike in dopamine, you feel bad. And that is one way that we can begin to paint a picture of our emotions. What causes them? What brings them up in certain situations? And dive in a little bit deeper into them. So look at your emotions as literally objective things that are aside from you. So you're this body, and certain chemicals are happening in this body, and they are producing emotions for you. At some level and capacity, you can influence that process or control that process. And that's where we begin to, take control of our emotions.
Yeah.
But before we get into taking control of our emotions, bro, I want to talk about the detriments of it. You know what I'm saying? What has it done to relationships? What has it done to our society, our communities? Because, bro, what has it done to ourselves? Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I've watched, sometimes, okay, for myself, I may not feel like doing something. Let's say in my past, I may say, hey, I don't feel like doing this thing. I wouldn't do that thing.
Yeah.
Because I didn't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? And this was at a point in time where discipline wasn't forefront for me. So a routine wasn't forefront for me, or at least the right routine. And so if I didn't feel like doing something, I didn't do it, especially as a kid. And so that prevents you from moving forward. That prevents you from staying disciplined.
Yeah.
You can see a person begin to get into the gym, and then they'll say, oh, I don't feel like going to the gym today. And they haven't built up that discipline muscle to go to the gym every day.
Exactly.
That feeling is literally going to prevent you from becoming healthy.
Yep. One of the strongest emotions that people can have is motivation. But motivation is an emotion, and it's a fleeting feeling. So that's why you can't rely on motivation, because you're not going to be motivated every day to go after your goals. Like sometimes you may just be tired, or you just literally don't feel like doing it. You know what I'm saying? But that's why you have to have discipline, bro, because it's like no matter really what I feel like, if I feel like doing it or not, it's going to get done, just because I had that discipline. But too many people rely on motivation. That's why they feel motivated. They watch a couple of David Goggins videos.
Relying too much on their feelings.
That's what I'm saying. Then they hit the gym for 2-3 days and like, oh shit, man.
That's
like,
a lot of work.
oh God. I'm gonna just take a couple rest days because they not motivated no more.
Yeah. And you said something very interesting. Fleeting. Feelings, every one are fleeting, bro.
Yeah.
If you've been sad before, chances are you still aren't sad right now.
Yeah.
If you've been happy before, chances are you still aren't that exact feeling right now. And so you can be a feeling, you can have a feeling, and very shortly after that, it will dissipate, bro.
Yeah.
One technique that I can think of, I actually haven't seen it anywhere. I'm pretty sure I have seen it somewhere, is basically to wait out your feelings. So if you are a person that is prone to your feelings taking over your actions, then what you can do is feel that feeling and count to 10. You count to 10 and you will notice that that feeling is either dissipated completely or it's less severe than what it was.
Yeah.
And that makes the action that you choose to take much more clearer. It's not going to say it's going to be the clearest thing in the world. You can still be mad. You can still be heated, but it won't be at the level of the inception point.
Yeah. And that's very key because, you know, our destiny is shaped by our choices, bro. So you never want to make choices out of straight emotion, bro. Because in a moment that may feel like you made the right choice, but then later down the line, you can be like, damn, like I let my emotions get the best of me. So you, like you said, count to 10 or do whatever you have to do. Just don't really make those choices out of emotion, bro. That's key. A lot of people do that. That's how a lot of men crash out.
You see what I'm saying?
Go to jail and die.
Be going domestic violence willingly. Bro, what makes a dude shoot another man after he just met him 5 minutes ago?
His emotion.
His fucking emotions.
He got triggered.
That man literally has no control over himself. You ain't even know this man.
Yeah.
5 minutes ago, you had no clue who
Literally.
he was. And now you literally about to change your whole entire life because of some emotional feeling that was gonna be gone. You let it sit for another minute, it would have been gone, bro.
Yeah.
But you just fucked up your whole life for your feelings.
I kind of want to piggyback. This may be a little off topic, but you know, black people specifically, you ever watch Boondocks?
Yeah.
You know, nigga moment.
Yeah.
A nigga get caught in a nigga moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then their emotions even spike even more. They're like, shit, I'm in a nigga moment. I gotta react off my emotions. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you just become a slave to your emotions. And you don't want to be a slave to your emotions. And that's something too, like people, you have to realize that like you're the awareness behind your thoughts. Like you're not even just your body. Your body is a vehicle that you live inside of, like a car. So it's like when you operate through your body too much, you gonna always be emotional, bro. But if you operate through your mind, you always gonna have anxiety or fear, whatever the case may be. So, but when you really just live through that pure awareness, bro, you're not gonna let your body overtake you, bro, in any form or aspect.
Yeah, it's very fucking imperative. I mean, bro, okay, everybody saw the fucking DeKalb County video of the old teacher tussling with the younger student. You know what I'm saying? And that was an emotional that was an emotional event.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got high emotions in that event, bro. In the hallway. Once everybody started coming out and hearing the commotion, you like, oh, hit him, JJ. Hit him, JJ. So now that is increasing some feeling in you. It's motivating you to take this action out of your feeling of all of these people around.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody's around. I gotta do something.
Exactly.
I can't let this teacher, just kick me out the class or whatever.
Yeah.
And bro, it's a domino effect. You know what I'm saying? But there are certain situations where I would say it's okay to listen to your feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is some situations where you must be in the present moment and your feelings are telling you something, your feelings are pulling you some way, and you just it's just best if you go that way. An example is, I mean, giving to a homeless person on the street.
Yeah.
Like, you feel bad for them. You feel bad for them. What does that make you do? Give them some money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's helping somebody. And it's not the only way I can see that being bad is if you can't help them for real. You know what I'm saying? If you really don't got $1 to give. You know what I'm saying? But there are some situations that are exceptions, and it's not like you are 100% going to shut out your feelings. That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just going to go numb. It's actually pretty impossible to go numb without certain medications. Like, you, as a human, like, you're going to feel feelings. So
Yeah.
you got to know how to navigate those things. And we touched on one episode, emotional intelligence. You know what I'm saying? And we were saying that emotional intelligence is basically being able to read the room and, you know, see what this person's emotion is like and act on that. But I also added on that it is seeing your emotions and taking yourself out of that so that you can make a more logical decision. And so in that whole emotional intelligence sphere, it's definitely a gradual thing, but you begin to detach from your emotions. So not being defined by your happiness or not being defined by your sadness. You know what I'm saying? The reason why it's so easy for a depressed person to stay depressed is because they're depressed. You know what I'm saying? It's like this heavy feeling that you can become a slave to, and it influences you to not take and take actions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you have to attain this intelligence around them and obtain this objective point of view so that you can move about the world in the best way possible. One of the best things that I did for my life was really just stop being emotional. More specifically, pay attention to the actions you allow yourself to take specifically in public. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes this person in the car behind you may just be beeping, pissing you off, and what you want to do is stop in the road and beat back. You know what I'm saying? And do stuff, but you can say, "Hey, let's look at this situation like it really is." You know what I'm saying? That person has no clue who the fuck I am
At all.
That person is only thinking about, I have to get somewhere. I have this to do. This is happening in my life right now. It has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
But if I let my emotions take over me, I would have said, "Oh, this person beeping at me, bro. They got some beef with me, bro. What? I'm about to go kill them." Like, what is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? But that's an example of a situation where you can utilize emotional intelligence not only for yourself, but for the entire situation and all parties involved to make a logical decision. In that car, you just sit there rather than retaliating to that person and adding on to the situation.
Yeah. I think one of the biggest things to like really help with like understanding your emotions and not becoming a slave of your emotions is basically just knowing what you want out of life. Like I said, goals, that's like a GPS in your own life. So you know where you're going throughout your life because of a goal.
Yeah.
So like if you have this emotion at this moment, but you have this bigger goal, which is like the bigger picture of things, and it's like, okay, is this emotion going to help me reach this goal or where I want to go to or not?
Because you can hack it like that.
Exactly. So that's what I think it really comes down to. But like at the same time, like you said, it's like, don't ignore your emotions. Like I said earlier, emotions are just a signal. It's like your body is obviously responding to some type of stimuli or something.
Literally. It's not there for no reason.
Exactly.
Like, I may have a certain type of emotion in the same situation. You'll have a different type of emotion. But like both of us have our point of views that led us to get that emotion that we got. You know what I'm saying? And you know, some stuff can be universal. For example, you watch a sad movie, people will be sad together, things like that. But you know, bro, I got a question, bro. So, was there ever a time where you were an emotional person?
Oh, for sure. Especially like you said, when I was a little kid, like I was always emotional, bro. Like, but this is what it was though. Like, bro, growing up, and I feel like it's still a lot of grown ass adults still think like this. Like, I thought just because I felt this emotion, I was supposed to react off that emotion because I feel it. Like, I didn't know I had a choice that I could either just like recognize it and move on in my life or just let it overtake me. I didn't know I had that choice.
Yeah.
So for sure, yeah, bro. Like, I would really say up till I'm 22 now. I would say up till probably 18, 19, bro.
4 years.
Yeah,
Damn, bro.
for sure.
I would say the same, bro. Like, I was, bro. I used to be a crybaby in situations
Yeah.
as like a kid, and I was reactive as like a grade school, like later in grade school. So like ninth through 11th grade type of thing, and that is an emotional characteristic.
Yeah.
That when I look in that part of my life, if I had not been emotional, if I had looked at those situations as objective things, they would have turned out in different ways. You know what I'm saying? In more favorable ways, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's one of the ways that you can begin to control your life is instead of embedding yourself in the feeling that you get from situations, you detach yourself, you step back,
Yeah.
and you literally just take a second to think about it before you move forward. I mean, one of the main things that a police officer is going to tell somebody in an active hostage situation is think about what you're doing. You know?
Facts.
Like, think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, you just like, I need money, so I gotta rob this dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm worried about. But you didn't think about, damn, there's literally a million ways to go get a bag. I can just spend time doing that rather than spending time doing this, and maybe it'll work out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But your emotions, and going back to the example with domestic violence, bro, like, that is fucking huge. The fact that a girl, and I understand, bro, us as men, we have this attraction to women. And with this attraction to women, we get heightened feelings. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we may get angrier if she does something, or we may be more intense in situations. But it's very important to be, honestly, bro, stoic, bro.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
literally, bro, one of the things that I really noticed in my life is that I can sit in front of pretty much anything and you wouldn't know how I feel about it based off of my facial expressions or reactions. I'm going to sit there and stone face and listen to it. And based on the given situation, I'll disburse my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And that is a very strategic thing that I implemented in my life that's made it much more better. In the deal room, if you're making millions and millions of dollars of deals and you come in there emotional as fuck, bro, your raps. First of all, you're gonna get chewed out and you're gonna get put in a deal that you don't see is a bad deal. And so keeping your emotions, making sure that you can maintain a neutral level in some situations, not showing your emotions. And it's not to say you're suppressing them. It's just to say that you're stronger than your emotions. I'm not going to let my sadness control my face to make it droopy. I'm going to make it a neutral face. That is going to be what I do for myself, even though I may feel very sad at the moment.
Yeah.
Absolutely devastated. Worst shit in the world just happened to me. But you have to understand the importance of this stuff, even in situations where it's at a height and you're like, man, I just got to let it out. No, you don't have to let it out. You can let it out in a different type of way. But whenever a person is like, you know, sitting at the bar, they got their drink in their hand. Oh, bro, I got to let it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the way you want to let it out type thing.
Yeah.
It's different ways to have outlets, and I think we should touch on that.
Yeah, we
what
should.
what outlets do people have to either control their feelings or lessen the influence of them? I mean, what have you done in your life? Greetings, business owners. Have you ever wondered how you should show up on the online marketplace or in person for your customers? Well, the number one thing that you need to focus on is branding. How are you appearing to your customers, and what type of relation are you communicating with them? And this is exactly what we do at the Views Agency. We handle full service projects, as well as if you're just looking to get your branding identity done. So if this is something that you're interested in, be sure to follow me at D-Lo Brands, or send me an email at dlogan@theviewsagency.com, and we can get your project started today.
I'm gonna say two main things for me. One is, I always say, journaling, bro. Like, when you journal, it's like your thoughts manifest into this physical reality on paper. So it's like, if you emotional in a moment and you journaling, nigga, your hand gonna go like at 100 miles per hour. Then after you done, you can really be like, oh shit, like, this is really how I feel, and this is what I was thinking. So you can make more rational decisions just because you reading your thoughts on the paper. So journaling for sure is one, and also exercising, bro. Like, if you an angry person, I used to be an angry person. I wouldn't say I was an angry person, but I had anger issues for sure. Like, if I got mad, nigga, that shit went to 10. So like, transmuting that anger into some type of physical exercise, such as fucking running or boxing, if you play football, basketball, whatever the case may be. And that's, like you said, that's very key, bro, because this is also what happens when you do ignore your emotions for too long. So emotions, so like what's it called, like chakras? We have like 7 chakras, right? And that's basically where energy flows throughout your body. But if you ignore your emotions too long, some of them bitches gonna get like closed, bro, like that, because energy is just, emotion is just energy in motion, bro. So once that energy becomes blocked, bro, it becomes stagnant. That energy becomes stagnant. Then after a while, that energy just gonna keep hitting it. Then it's just gonna burst. And then that's when people crash out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you can't just have that energy stagnant. You have to transmute that emotion into something positive in life.
Yeah, no cap. Bro, this isn't one that I have implemented, but I would say at some level capacity when I was younger. So getting a pet, you know what I'm saying? If you are a very intense person or an angry person, get a pet, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, go get a dog.
Yeah.
Go get a cat, because that experience of having this kind of helpless animal, not really helpless, but like, it slows you down, and it gets you to care, and it gets you to show love. And so that is a diffuser in many situations. You think about, damn, my dog at home. Yeah. I'm not going to shoot him today. My dog at home. I got to go feed my dog.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So
literally though.
Yeah. So that's one way, bro. Like, emotional support animal.
Yeah,
whatever.
that's why it's called that.
Yeah. But also I would say, just kind of like meditation / just sitting. Sitting and looking at nature. Sitting and looking at nature is one of my favorite things. Me personally. Too. Like, if you're having a bad day, just go immerse yourself in the most authentic form of God's creation, bro. Nature, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you will feel nothing but growth around you, which is nothing but love around you, and that is going to lessen your emotions. It'll lessen the influence, and you'll come out of that with a clearer mind. Kind of the same way as you would go take a walk. Taking a walk is a great emotional outlet. But I would definitely say my favorite one is like exercise, because you're literally growing yourself in a performance level, and it's fueled by something that's very strong. If you're like, damn, I really got to beat this guy. You know what I'm saying? That's an intense feeling. But you direct it into an athletic activity, and you're like, okay, so I'm going to push more weight than I've ever done, or I'm going to do more reps than I've ever done. And that's a great fucking outlet. You know what I'm saying? For sure. And more people, bro, I ain't going to lie, bro. As a high school student, it is, you just don't know. You don't really work out unless you are in sports. And the thing is, if you work out, people are like, oh, he's a gym rat or whatever. It's like this you're like pushed to the outside if you work out all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And it needs to be normalized for kids to, you know, get there in the morning and have some, I mean, if it's a little bit warmer outside, have some sort of like morning fitness activity that they all do together. Maybe, you know, because we used to get there in like the courtyard or the bus lane and we'll just sit outside. Like, what if they had a group out there that was doing like jumping jacks and, you know what I'm saying? I know people don't want to be stinking and stuff. Like, I get it. But like some low intensity stuff, like just getting your body moving. Like a teacher just went out there and just started this. It was like, you know, I got to watch the buses anyway. I might as well get the students involved with some low intensity activity. Get their body moving, get them excited for the day.
Yeah.
Like those are things that I feel would be very beneficial for especially the kids in DeKalb County. I'm not even sure they would participate. They'll probably look at it and be like, bro, what the fuck, nigga?
A lame man, nigga.
Lame man, nigga. Low intensity.
This nigga exercising?
This man exercising at 7 a.m., bro. It's too early for this. Meanwhile, you got some hot Cheetos in your hand. Stop talking to me.
Exactly.
But these are tactics that you can use to have outlets for your emotions.
Yeah. And like you said, something I thought about too is like you said, stillness, even just doing crossword puzzles.
Oh, fuck, bro.
Like that shit will really help you with your emotions.
Yeah.
Like
that kind of takes your mind off of it because you're like trying to accomplish this thing now. You're like, fuck, okay. This part, okay, this word,
yeah,
okay, I found that one. Cross that bitch out. Okay,
exactly.
all right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you getting a little quick wins, a little quick dopamine, feel a little better. You know what I'm saying?
And it's also healthy for your mind as well.
Yeah,
you work out your mind muscle.
No cap.
Yeah,
bro.
so crossword puzzles for sure. I ain't gonna lie, I don't do that, but my grandma used to do that, and my sister do that, and my sister do like puzzles too. Actually, now that I think about it. Like she get like 800-piece puzzles, and she just
crazy.
Yeah, and like she do
I would
it for
love
like
to do
month.
one with her. I ain't gonna lie. Pure
Yeah.
Intentions Puzzle Day. Fuck you.
Oh God, but that shit. But yeah, bro. Like, cause like I said, bro, energy is just. Emotion is just energy in motion, bro. So you never want that energy to get stagnant, bro.
Yeah.
You always want to transmute that energy into something, bro.
Like, let it flow. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Let it flow through you. It does not have to hinder you. It does not have to hold you down, hold you back. It can flow through you. It can go just like a audio wave. You know what I'm saying? In one ear, out the other.
Yeah.
But as long as you allow it to flow, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can kind of compare it to a clogged artery. So if you continue to eat all of this greasy stuff, it's gonna clog up your arteries so that things cannot get through your arteries, specifically blood. It cannot get through your arteries. And so it can't help the other parts of your stuff. And eventually you get a blood clot.
Yeah.
And then eventually you have internal bleeding if you don't treat that. And that's kind of the same thing. That's a physical way of looking at it, but emotions are the same way. Yeah. And bro, when people hear stuff like chakras, they think it's very mythical. They don't even think it's real. Yeah. Bro, like you genuinely have different energy sources, energy types within you that you have to, you know what? Let me not even say that. The people that choose to embark on a journey to control these chakras oftentimes have a better living experience than those that don't.
Yeah.
And so when you pay attention to these, you hone your lowest chakra and then you go up to the highest chakra, or you focus on this heart chakra for this specific amount of time. You are literally feeding yourself and you're creating this cycle and allowing it to go through itself. Creating a healthy environment for this cycle to go through. Yeah. And just don't have a mythical view of it. Like don't like, bro, I get how hard it is to sit here and think, oh, I have like 7 balls in my fucking body that are supposed to be spinning with energy. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. And the thing is, shit might be placebo. Shit could possibly be placebo. But harnessing that power that those have, because they're very powerful things, I would say shit, they almost as powerful as Metatron's cube, man. Them motherfuckers shit probably more powerful. They are literally essences of the soul.
Yeah.
They're parts of the soul. And They're very vital to the aspect of controlling and allowing your emotions to go through what they need to go through.
That's how you reach like Kundalini, bro.
Yeah,
From
Kundalini.
alignment of your chakras, the energy just
Literally, bro.
yeah.
And in alignment, it is, in alignment with your chakras. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Most times.
Yeah. But yeah, man, like you said, bro, we just really stressing this, bro, because I notice in my day-to-day life, I see a lot of people let their emotions just get in the way of what they want to do. Like they have this goal, bro, and they be like, "Oh, I want to lose weight." They go to the gym. Let's say it's Tuesday.
Why they don't never say they feel like losing weight?
I don't know. That's actually a good
You
question.
say you want to. Why don't you say you feel like it? Oh, you don't feel like it?
It's like wanting, like even going to like wanting versus feeling, bro. It's like both of them are like kind of fleeing feeling like things, you know what I mean? Like even if
Bro.
you want something, you could want something today and not want it tomorrow.
Literally, bro.
You could feel like doing something today and not feel like doing it tomorrow. So it's like I said, it just all comes down to discipline, bro. Like I always speak about discipline, but it changed my life so much, and everything comes down to discipline, bro. Like it's plenty of days. I've been meditating for like 3 years straight now, bro. Bro, it's probably, I would say maybe not 1/3, but maybe 1/3 of the time that I done meditated, I did not feel like meditating. I just wanted to go to sleep. But I'm like, nah, bro, like I have this discipline. I've been journaling every Sunday for years now, bro. On Sundays, sometimes I don't feel like journaling, bro. It's the discipline, though, bro. You can't go off your emotions, or you're not gonna go nowhere, bro. It's like we said, especially if you a man, bro.
Yeah. Shit, let's talk to the men real quick, bro. Hey, bro. All that bullshit, emotional shit, every time you get down, you let it prevent you from doing something, bruh. You are going to be a weak man and you are going to be left. Your woman is going to leave you. You're going to be broke. You're going to be sad. You're not going to feel powerful. You're going to be unconfident. You're going to be slouching when you walk around. You are not going to have a voice. You are going to be a weak man if you are emotional, bro.
Literally, bro.
That's just what it is. And if you can look at an emotional man and say, I want to be like that, point me to him, because I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
That shit is very bad for the society. In a society like Greek culture, where it was radical masculinity, I would say it's just regular masculinity, but some people call it radical masculinity. You didn't really have no weak men. You had men that knew that their duty was this thing, that their life was going to look like this. It's not up for fucking debate. It's not up for how I feel about it. Like, it's gonna happen regardless. We gotta go to training. I gotta get my sword and shield.
Exactly.
Look, bro, I ain't eat today. No, I didn't eat today, but I gotta go train. We got war in a couple of months.
Exactly.
And they could not allow their feelings. There was no place for their feelings in that, bro. Like, of course, my mom just probably died in the village or some shit. But get what, bro? We still finna set sail in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
If I don't get all my training, I just joined the regiment. If I ain't get all my training, I'ma die in battle. You think my mom gonna be okay with that? No, she not. So guess what? I'ma put my feelings aside, and I'm sure that, a lot of them had a lot of shit going on, bro. They're humans. Just like everybody the fuck else. But they knew that they had this divine purpose, this divine duty to be a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know it's been very construed. People letting you know a man is this. Oh, a man lets out his emotions. No, bruh. A strategic man lets out his emotions in private or in the correct time.
Yeah.
But that saying by itself is very misleading.
So I don't know what man went no emotional man,
Bro, if you come in, bro, I bet you, bro. you go to your girl one time for some shit. She gonna be like, okay. You go to her 2 times, raps, nigga. She ain't never looking at you the same.
Yeah.
You're done, bro.
Yeah. It's because women are emotional by nature. So it's like yin yang. So if they that yin, they need that yang of that man who knows how to control his emotions and who can be just that emotional stability for the woman. But if it's two emotional people in a relationship, then the woman like, damn, like I don't have my yang, like I ain't gonna balance out or equal out or no
Literally,
shit.
y'all
Like
gonna be
more.
arguing.
Exactly. Arguing.
Going back and forth, bro. Do
Oh
not
my
argue with no
God.
female, bro.
Don't argue with nobody.
Yeah, don't argue with nobody, bro. But that goes into a whole different another topic.
Yeah.
But, you know, on an emotional side, bro, for as a man, bro, do not be arguing with no female. Do not go for none of that, bro.
Yeah.
Do not go for none of that. Like, it's a time waster. It takes you away from your goals. Don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's very imperative, bro. Very imperative.
And this is where it can get kind of tricky, bro, honestly. Like, because like I said, women are emotional by nature. So I know if they listening to this right now, I feel like it may be a little bit harder for them to
Of course. That's their nature.
for them to like actually kind of put their emotions to the side, because they just naturally more in tune with their emotions than men are just by nature, bro. So, but like I said, though, it all comes down to like goals. Like, what do you want out of your life and where do you want to be at out of your life? So even if you a man or a woman, bro, if you have this goal where you want to be at, bro, and if this emotion is either going to serve you or it's going to enslave you, bro, and you have to just choose which one is going to be. It's either going to be A or B, bro. And is it going to get you to where you want to be at or is it not, bro? So shit, bro, maybe a little harder, but if you want to do this as a woman, but it's hard for me to speak on women, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a woman, so I actually don't know.
I can just say the same thing, bro. That's all. The only thing I can say is that by nature, y'all are like this. It's not as hard for us to grasp this concept. You know what I'm saying? I understand that a woman's brain is just simply not gonna. It's gonna. For example, it may take us 2 weeks to learn this concept, while it might take them a year to learn this concept. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? And it's just because of their nature. But it's not impossible, because we have seen women that have decided, and oftentimes it came out of trauma where they, you know, just threw away their emotions kind of, but they went on to achieve.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I listened to this woman. I listened to this woman that was great in business, and she was like UK type stuff. And she was talking about how the only reason I achieved all this shit is because I was broke as fuck. Like, I was broke as fuck. I ain't like that feeling. Our power was getting cut off and shit. So I wanted to go get me some money. And even now, she has the feeling. She has a shit ton of money. She has the feeling where she, like, is like the wall is right there on her. You know what I'm saying? And that comes from trauma. But in that journey, she talked about how, of course, there were tons of times where she felt X, Y, and Z, but she had to persevere or push through that in order to move forward in her goals. You know what I'm saying?
And that's something I kind of want to speak on is like I said, bro, like everything is a choice. If you pick to be a slave to your emotions or not, that's a choice. It's also a muscle as well. So that's something you have to build up and train, I believe, bro. Like I don't really, especially like when shit really hit the fan, bro, and you in a real big situation, and you ain't never really practiced this before. Like 9 out of 10 times, you gonna become enslaved to that emotion. So I would say, bro, like when little shit, like you said, just driving in traffic or whatever, when little shit trigger you, that's when you can start practicing, bro, because life is going life, bro.
It's gonna do it every time.
Yeah.
But that is why we must prepare ourselves, bro.
Exactly.
We have to prepare ourselves before the situation arises. Before the situation arises, I prepare myself by telling myself that I'm going to have a great day today.
Yeah.
Or I prepared myself by literally acknowledging this situation last week. I acknowledge this is how I feel. This is how this situation made me feel. It made me want to do this. Am I going to choose to do that, or am I going to choose to do something else?
Yeah.
I swear to God, this shit ain't fucking rocket science, bro.
It's not.
Like, it's not hard to take an objective point of view, but it is hard when everybody is telling you that your emotions are your best friends. And, bro, your emotions lie to you. Your emotions are fleeting, like we said before, and give you a momentary tunnel vision perspective about a situation. You are literally closing off your peripheral. You are not looking at the situation from everything that it encompasses. You are looking at it from, oh, this pinpointed exact situation point made me feel mad and I can't get my mind off of it.
Yeah. Bro,
your feelings are lying to you.
Yeah.
And when I said that before, bro, people was like, bro, what the fuck? Yes, your feelings are in fact lies. And it is going along with that conversation of if your body controls the vehicle, when I talk about the vehicle, the body, mind, and soul, that's the vehicle. If your body controls the vehicle, you get these type of outcomes, which are most likely bad outcomes. They are overindulgence or laziness, things like that. If your mind controls the vehicle, then you have anxiety. You are thinking too much. You are X, Y, and Z. And so you have to allow your soul to be in that driver's seat so that you are not detached. I mean, you are not attached to those momentary lies that your body will come up with. And it's not to say that they're just complete lies. They're just not the whole situation. Your soul sees the whole situation. Yeah. Your soul is omnipresent. People don't even know that. Your soul is God. Your soul is there and here. And it is able to take you out of that situation. Yeah. Your body is in it. Your mind is in it. Yeah. They thinking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
And so, bro, when you put your soul in that driver's seat, you don't allow emotional situations to arise as much because you're like, number one, it doesn't go along with my purpose to be an emotional person. It doesn't go along with my purpose to be angry right now or be angry all the time. It doesn't go along with who I am. So if you know who you are, you know that you are a pleasant person. People love being around you. People don't have problems with you. When someone tries to have a problem with you, you don't want to have a problem with them. Yeah. That is the difference, bro. And these are changes that we have to make in our lives. It will create a better society. One of the things that I think government programs have failed, municipalities, cities have failed at with their citizens, especially in the United States, is not giving one-to-one education. When you fix the person, you fix the family. When you fix the family, you fix the community. It's working from the inside out. But instead, they choose to work from the outside in. Okay, let's fucking throw a group presentation about X, Y, and Z. That's not going to be remembered by anybody. It's not going to have any effect. Yeah. But if you get that person to make a paradigm shift, they just had this situation last week where they decided to succumb to their emotions. And then we outlined it here. We got them to see what that emotion did, what the actual detriments were, what the actual outcomes were. And we gave them a paradigm shift, a one-to-one interaction. That would be much more beneficial than all of these stupid programs that don't do shit, bro.
Bro, I wouldn't say the government failed, bro. I think they're doing exactly what they wanted to do because the government is a business. Yeah. So they profit off emotional people. So for example, bro, so they don't teach emotional intelligence in school. So this little boy gonna grow up to just act off his anger that he feels. So when he becomes older, he may fucking kill somebody. Now he in jail. But what is jail? What is prison? Prison is like one of the top businesses in America.
Bro, one of the only 2 nations in the entire world. How many nations we got? Almost 200. The United States and I want to say it's Germany. Okay, let me not say the other place, but it's somewhere over there in Europe. United States and one other place are the only for-profit jail systems. Very, very detrimental for that. But I'm sorry, finish on your point.
Nah, like so that's why they don't teach this stuff from
They want to fuel that.
exactly
funnel.
They want to profit off you in any way, in any form of fashion, bro. So that's why it's so important, since they not going to teach it to you, bro. You going to have to learn that shit yourself, or hopefully your parents or grandparents or friends or somebody can teach it. Pure Intentions Podcast, because it's very important. Like every single emotional choice, people emotional spend. Nobody speaks about that.
God,
they know
bro.
that they don't need to be buying this shit, but they emotions get the best in them. They're like,
I feel sad right now. This little bag gonna help.
That's what I'm
me.
saying. That shit
like
not
no,
gonna
it's
help,
not.
bro.
It's gonna sit in your closet for years.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
You're gonna use it once.
And they profit off that, bro.
Literally,
so
bro.
they always gonna profit off your emotions, bro.
And you know,
Even getting married,
yeah, that has.
they make money off that shit.
That's the height of it, bro. You be like,
Yeah.
damn, I want to spend the rest of my life with this person, bro.
Yeah.
I bet. Pay for the wedding, pay for the certificate, pay for that, pay for that.
Yes.
I'm like, dang, bro. That's crazy. But I was listening to a program on Sirius XM that was talking about propaganda. And so specifically with news stations and how they utilize these things to implement thoughts or viewpoints of certain situations to its listeners or its viewers. And social media does the same thing. Whenever you are on social media, and I'm gonna get to my point, but whenever you on social media, you have an obscured vision of these things and they make you feel things. You know what I'm saying? So this news station, based on their information or what they choose to omit from their information, they can make you feel certain things about certain situations. They can make you feel like a specific country is all bad when it's not bad at all.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? And so that's one thing that isn't talked about a lot, is the influence on an individual's emotions from the media that they choose to consume. It's a roller coaster, and that's unhealthy for the human mind, I believe. The humans in the past simply did not have this roller coaster of emotions that we have today. This is what produces our anxiety. We have these literally one moment I'm happy as fuck. Then another moment, I'm literally crying, bro. Because I just saw this really funny video. Then I just saw this disabled kid do something. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, fuck. This is literally training me to feel my emotions in a not in a constructive way though. It's getting me to feel my emotions and just feel them.
Yeah.
But that is something that I really thought about. Like, you know, when people become emotional as fuck, shit, that's one of the things that they do as well, is look at all of this stuff, is look at all of these different versions of situations or how people are portraying it. And they're allowing news stations and media outlets to dictate their feelings. And bro, one thing that I did when my life changed is I decided my feelings. I decided how I was going to feel. Now, it's not to say that I won't have any other emotions within my body, but I was going to decide how I feel. I wasn't going to allow my emotions to decide for me. I was going to say, no, okay, shit, I might be sad as fuck, but we're going to be happy today.
Yeah.
We're going to feel great today. That is your choice. And so if you didn't know you had that choice, yes, you have that choice to dictate which emotions you have on a perpetual basis all the time. At every second of the day, you can choose.
Yeah.
Now, it may be more difficult at some times because you have a high intensity of a specific emotion, but it's still not impossible.
Yeah.
You have to maintain and weather that storm of that specific emotion you going through right now.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, and that's the thing, like we all have an inner, like so many people live through this body that they just get so caught up in this outer world, but every single one of us has our own unique inner world inside of us, but a lot of people ignore it. I used to ignore it myself, but once you build up your inner world, and when I meditate, I say that like I am returning home. So like that's like damn near the closest thing kind of to death. And I believe when you die, bro, you just go back to that oneness. So it's like when you return home to your inner world, bro, you build that up. You create heaven on earth on the inside, bro.
Literally.
So it's like, I wouldn't say no matter what happens in the outside world, but for a majority of the things that happen on the outside
99%,
world,
bro.
you can always return home into your inner world, bro, and be like, because if it's peaceful in there, if it's a whole bunch of gratitude in there, bro, that's what you're going to feel no matter what you see or experience in this outside world, bro.
Yeah, bro. I was just thinking about today, bro. I was standing outside. It was raining. I was standing in my garage and it was raining, and I was just thinking about how, like, bro, like, genuinely, I am a very appreciative person of my life. Like, most every chance I get throughout the day,
Yo, we got a big ass announcement. I'm talking about big. Pure Intentions merch in the building. You see what I'm saying? Pure Intentions merch in the building. We got Pure Intentions hat. You know what I'm saying? Summertime coming up. If you want to block out that sun ray, got the hat for you. Yeah. We got a Pure Intentions flask, which can keep your water very cold. You know what I'm saying? 24/7. And we got a Pure Intentions mug. If you ever need some coffee, you need some energy, Pure Intentions mug for you. Yeah. That's that. Make sure y'all hit the link in the description to get the Pure Intentions hat, to get the Pure Intentions flask, and to get the Pure Intentions mug. And we out.
say something like, oh, thank you for this, thank this person for that, X, Y, and Z, just all types of shit. And that has been one of the ways that has kept me in my very, I would say, happy state. Like, bro, I don't not be sad, I don't be mad. It's not to say that I don't feel sadness or that I don't feel madness, but I don't allow those emotions to be the forefront thing that is dictating how I feel in that moment.
Yeah.
Because I have these mechanisms, these habits that override them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's been a very good thing for me.
Yeah.
Among the choice thing, because that was the biggest thing. That was the biggest change in my life. It was like, fuck, I got a choice of how I feel. Bro, that was literally a massive paradigm shift for me, bro. And it was an overnight thing. But it was like, damn, I can literally pick how I feel right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's very smart to take the right pick of that thing.
And that's when you realize that you have true accountability over every single thing in your life.
Literally, bro.
A lot of people are like, oh, this
they don't want that shit.
Exactly.
They don't want that shit. That's why you don't want to acknowledge your wealth of choices. That your choices are, in fact, in every facet of life. Because then that comes at accountability. If I have the choice, then shit, if I let this thing happen, then I chose it, right?
Yeah.
They don't want that fucking accountability.
They don't, bro. And like they always say, like, wherever you're at in life, it's just a reflection of the choices that you made in the past to lead you up to this moment.
Bro.
People always like, oh no, I'm only here because this person denied me. Like, bro, you had some accountability or some say so or part in that as well.
Yeah.
So,
bro. One thing I be saying is that the person that I'm building right now, y'all will see in a few months, in a year or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I've noticed that in my life, like when I worked for a specific period of time intensely on a specific thing, it usually didn't show the fruits of that labor until later on when I was actually outside of that window. Like you build yourself now to exist in later. You know what I'm saying? And so the present moment that I see for a person is actually who they worked on 6 months ago or a year ago. And I'm like, okay, 6 months, a year ago, you was probably doing X, Y, and Z based on your present moment right now.
That's a fact.
That's prediction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it shows a lot about a person when they can take accountability for their life.
Facts.
Like everything. Like nothing gets out of that everything type thing, bro.
Yeah.
You never have a situation where you say this person did this to me. You always say this happened. I mean, I made this happen, or I should have done that, X, Y, and Z. Like, you can tell certain people in their speech just do not say this person did this to me or this happened to me. No, they never say shit like that.
Yeah.
They always say, oh, well, yeah, I forgot to do X, Y, and Z, or I actually messed up on X, Y, and Z. Bro, and it's so much better to just take the accountability for it, bro. Like, some people are control freaks. I'm not a control freak, but knowing that I have control in my life gives me much more peace of mind than the latter. When I felt like I didn't have control over my life, which I still did. It was an illusion.
Yeah.
Because guess what I just said? I felt like I didn't have control over my life. Felt like I didn't have control over my life. That is an illusion. That is a lie. Because each one of us, at all times, has control over our lives, bro. And it's up until that point when we have an inflection point where we realize it, we make that paradigm shift, and then we exist into it.
Yeah.
But like, that's it. I don't want to work with a person that doesn't take accountability.
For sure, bro. And like, why don't you want to take accountability, bro? Because you have this emotion that's like, oh nah, bro, fuck that. That ain't on me. You know what I'm saying?
That's some weak shit. That's some weak man shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Most of these niggas can never be no CEO.
Yeah.
Never have no employees. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Bro, the lack of leadership in some of these companies, dog, with weak leadership, bro, it's fucking crazy. All this emotional shit.
And that's really like how wars, well, I wouldn't even say that because I feel like this shit get even deeper.
Yeah.
But on a surface level, that's how wars start, because it's these leaders beefing with each other. They emotional as hell. So now they sending out millions of troops.
Oh, he did this, I'm gonna do that.
Exactly. He put tariffs on this. We gotta go invade.
Oh, god damn it, send some drones.
Literally though, like literally. So you want your leaders to be emotionally intelligent, you know what I'm saying? You don't want your leaders to be controlled by their emotions.
And that would, okay, I might get a little bit of flack for saying this. This is why I think that is a very specific woman that is able to be in a power position like that, or a position where she can possibly go to war. It takes a very specific woman. Because their nature is that way, you're going to need that woman that, you know, is similar to that person I explained, that, you know, just develop throughout their life to put their emotions aside and still get shit done.
Yeah.
That is a specific type of woman. And in this last election, I wasn't so sure that specific woman could be the president of the most powerful country in the world, or the most influential. I would say, bro, China, you ever think about how China is literally all together?
Yeah.
Like, over 1 billion people all together working to the same purpose. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say each and every province is working together, but a large amount, much more than the U.S.
Yeah.
And it was just like, okay, we need somebody that is going to make level decisions, not based off of their own personal feelings, but based off of the interests of the country that they're the president of. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the simple way to put it.
Yeah.
And it's very vital, bro, because you get in war, you start doing stupid shit, which I would say that I'm not going to say that Trump is an emotional man. He definitely doesn't give that off to me, but he does make, in my opinion, momentary decisions that maybe aren't the best decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
bro, and I actually just thought about something what 19 Keys said one time, and I didn't really understand it at the moment, but he said a lot of people don't listen to the message because they don't like the messenger. But he was like, sometimes that message can have some truth in it or some valuable information in it, but they just block it out because who the messenger is. Yeah. So it's like, and that even goes into like emotions. So it's like people let their emotions get in the way of actually gaining this insight on whatever this person is saying. And you can actually learn from this. Even if you don't agree, you can still learn. You can see another perspective or whatever the fuck. But it's like I said though, like emotions can stop you from being open-minded and just have you in this narrow fucking mindset, bro.
Yeah.
And you never want to be like that, bro, just because you don't like the messenger.
No, dead ass, bro. One of the things that I've really been thinking about is like if a big YouTuber tested putting out the same video as like a faceless video and then the video with their face on it, like which one would people rather like more? The one with a human face on it of someone that's a notable figure, or none at all? You know what I'm saying? And bro, it's like, I think specifically with religious people, they have that problem in excess, is where they do not allow certain messages to come through certain people just because of their stance in life. And I am glad that I adopted the mindset of taking all of it in, because I have such a much more wealth of knowledge.
Exactly.
I have so much more experiences through other people because I chose to listen. You know what I'm saying? One of the things about listening is that it is literally just you receiving something in your ear. After that is received, you don't got to do shit with it.
Literally.
You don't got to do a fucking thing with that shit that came in your ear, bro. But if you want to do something with it, it's there. You have this thing that you were able to observe or hear, and it's able to be used to be better, bro. Like, some people will read a book. If they are a religious person, if this book is giving secular, then they're like, fuck, hell no. And that's one of the ways that they prevent knowledge from coming in. And it's very, very good knowledge, bro. I've sent some good knowledge to my.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, like, and then they'll just see that part that's like, oh, it said we are gods or something, which isn't a lie. They'll be like, oh, I can't read past it. I'm just like, damn, man. That's unfortunate.
Literally.
Wish you could get this information. I guess not.
Yeah, they could have grew, learned, and like I said, bro, you don't, like you said too, like you don't even have to agree with what the person or whatever you're seeing, hearing, reading is saying, bro. Like,
Yeah.
even if you don't agree on some shit, like my perspective on it is that you can always see another perspective, bro.
Yeah.
And that's like really my main thing in life where I'm at right now, is just like being able to see all perspectives, and especially just not my perspective or two perspectives. I want to see all perspectives, bro. But a lot of times emotions, they hinder you from seeing all perspectives. It's like a gate that goes up.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
On your
just-
vision, you like, oh shit.
Yeah.
can't
Same thing with the ego. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The ego do the same shit that the feelings do. The feelings do the same shit that the ego do. They just they cloud.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I do want to tap on something too that literally I just thought about, is emotions are also the language of the subconscious mind, bro. So if you're a person who says affirmations all the time, if you don't really have no emotions behind those affirmations, bro, you're never going to believe that shit, and you're never going to change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have no emotional charged thoughts. The thoughts that manifest into reality the most are the emotional charged thoughts. So this is a positive way how you can use your emotions, but also it can also fuck you up, because like if you have like bro, the subconscious mind is neutral. It's not good, it's not bad, it just is. So if you have an emotional charged thought that like, damn, bro, I ain't shit.
That bro, your subconscious mind like, hell yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
We ain't shit.
That's what I'm saying. Because you had that emotional charged thought, but then you can have an emotional charged thought that's like, damn, like I am shit. You know what I'm saying?
And get what that motherfucker gonna be like.
Exactly.
Hell yeah, oh God.
So it's like just make sure, like, if you do say affirmations, just make sure like you try to put some emotions behind that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, bro, something I can say I realized the past year, bro, something I learned is faith. Like it's like certain words like faith, discipline, willpower. You hear it growing up, but like you don't really, you think you understand it, but you don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes experiences for you to unlock that real true knowing. But like this past year, bro, I've been really understanding faith. Like I really feel that emotion of faith, bro. Like I used to just say like, okay, yeah, I got faith in this, but like now it's like it's really a feeling, bro, and that feeling comes straight from God. To be honest,
bro, for me, like faith had a connotation growing up, and I was thinking like, okay, is belief faith? Is faith belief? Like, are they the same shit or are they fucking different? No fucking clue still. But to your point, faith is like, I don't know, it's a trickier thing for me. Like I gravitate more towards belief. Like, is faith just extra belief or something like that? I'm not fucking sure. But faith, the connotation it had for me was literally just faith in the Christian God. Like that's the only thing that I really knew it as.
Yeah.
So I just was like, shit, okay. Belief, if I work on belief, and more specifically, I took a deep dive into belief and discovered the belief of belief, and that I think kind of leads a little more into faith. That belief in belief, or the things that like just simply are not tangible. You know what I'm saying? Is what that is. But converting that to a feeling is definitely very powerful, because it's like, it's just one of those constructive ways to use your feelings.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, if I believe in myself, if I have a heightened feeling of believing in myself, which let's call it faith, that is a healthy feeling. And there are other healthy feelings.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be happy. You shouldn't be a happy ass motherfucker. Maybe you should. But like in your moment by moment presentation, all I'm saying is that if you are always showing emotions, then they can just be adverse to the situation at hand.
Yeah.
But that got off topic from faith. But
bro, something I want to say is, to me, like my belief, well, not belief, but my perspective, I believe faith is belief supercharged by God. So it's like how I said, emotionally charged thoughts. Not all thoughts are equal. It just depends on the emotion behind those thoughts. So it's like not all beliefs are equal as well. But when you have like a belief, then you have God back behind that belief. I believe that's what faith is. So it's like God is charging that belief. So it's something more, and you just feel it. Like
that's
I really
interesting.
I really can't even put it into words, bro. It's just it's a feeling, bro. It's just like, damn, like I'm really faithful. And it's another quote too. Something I've been working on the past year is willpower. It's a quote that says, "As strong as the will is in a man, is as strong as the God is in a woman." As strong as the will is in a man is as strong as the God is in a man. So it was like willpower as well. That's one of the, especially for men, well, women as well, for everybody. Willpower is something it's an emotion as well. Like growing up, I didn't really think willpower was an emotion. I just thought willpower was more so of an action. But willpower is more so of an emotion. Willpower is also backed by God. It's like persistence times God equals willpower. So it's like you have to have that willpower if you really want to achieve anything throughout life, bro. As strong as the will is in a man is as strong as the God is in a man. So you could see how much God somebody has in their life by the level of willpower that they have in their life. If they don't have any willpower in their life, they don't have a lot of God in their life.
That's very fucking interesting, bro.
Yeah, so it's a measurement.
When I think about willpower, initially I thought it was a force. So like, if I like willpower would be what I use to get out of the bed when I don't want to, or willpower is what I will use to push up the weight even though it's about to crush me. You know what I'm saying? And that was kind of how I saw it. But that's an interesting way to look at it as well.
Yeah.
For sure.
But like I said though, experience, bro. Like experience unlocked all these perspectives into my mind. And just working on myself just throughout the past years, like that's how I really reached this level of consciousness that I'm at the moment. Like, you know what I'm saying? By the
ATM.
yeah, by the time this fucking episode drops, nigga, like
It'll be even higher.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's just like I really don't want people to give up on themselves, bro, because even that's a big emotion. And one of the things I can say, even like when I'm an old man, bro, I could always hang my hat on is that like I never gave up on myself. And I want everybody to feel that as well, because that's like the biggest achievement somebody can achieve in life is to never give up on yourself. But if you let your emotions dictate how you feel at the present moment, you can give up, bro. And everything you work for would just go to fucking the bliss.
Yeah.
So never give up, bro. Like giving up, that's a strong emotion right there too. But like I said, if you have God, you have that willpower, bro. There's no giving up, bro, because you got God. And then that's what faith is, like a byproduct of that, of your willpower. So, man, it's so much. And this is why I love life so much, bro, because no matter what level of consciousness you're at or whatever, it's always going to be more perspectives you're going to gain as long as you're still alive.
Yeah.
And the more perspectives that you gain is like the more space you create for growth. And like the universe is infinite, bro. So it's going to be an infinite amount of growth throughout a lifetime until we transition and leave this physical body, bro.
Nah, dead ass, bro. Hey, man. Look, bro. We done went over why your emotions are lies, why you shouldn't listen to your emotions 24/7, what they can lead to. Like, I hope y'all understand.
Me too. Take notes of this shit too.
Yeah. And eventually you will understand and you will implement these into your life. And you will see what we talking about.
Exactly.
The difference between this emotional man and this man that has his emotions in check.
Yeah.
Like, are you going to let your emotions control? I don't want nothing controlling me. You know what I'm saying? But make sure that you are cultivating the right perspectives and making sure that you are equipping yourself to go through life the best way possible. And this is one of those very vital elements to it, is learning about your emotions, gaining emotional intelligence, and acting on those things. But, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, congratulations to Justin Jordan for graduating from Fort Valley State University, bro. Hey, man,
Yes,
I'm going to
sir.
clap it up, bro.
Appreciate
hey, bro.
that, man. Appreciate
Huge
it.
accomplishment. It literally shows what you were just talking about, which is not giving up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so definitely send congratulations in the comments. And if you are in college, you know what I'm saying, maybe he want to send y'all some encouragement or whatever.
Hey, yeah, if you in college, bro, it's just like, for one, make sure the major that you in, you know what I'm saying, is like something you really want to do. Even if you still don't know, I guess that's fine. But just keep an open mind in college. I'm gonna say that, and don't bullshit, don't party all the time. None of that either. You feel me?
Yeah, you on a mission in that bitch.
Yeah, like, and that's exactly like, I just graduated, bro. We've been doing this podcast for like over a year now. So it's like, I'm so happy that I didn't start this podcast now. When I graduated, I would have been at ground zero, bro.
Literally episode 1.
Like, what? Nah, bro. So now it's like, I'm able to go full time with this shit. So that's what I'm mostly excited about the most.
Yeah, no cap.
Yeah.
Me too, bro. Hey, we turning this shit up. Like we said, join the Pure Intentions community.
Yeah. Events on the way.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, finna turn it up crazy, bro. Hiking.
Hiking.
Little events, bro. Hey, bro, it's gonna be a movie. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for stopping by, tuning in. And we hope this information really get to you.
Yeah.
That you can use it and meditate on it. Literally, after this episode goes off, just go into a meditation about what we said and let the higher self talk to you about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be like, okay, so I just took in this information. Let's relay it with higher self, which is God. Higher self is going to relay something back to you, and you move forward with that.
Yeah. And if you got to this point of the episode, then that means you didn't let your emotions get in the way of you
dead ass.
listening to this information. And to me, I feel like the best way to learn is to have a seed planted into your mind, and then as you experience life or you have more experiences, that seed starts to like fruition into a fucking tree. Then you like, oh shit, like you said, that's when you really understand some shit. So you could teach a man how to fish and he'll eat forever, but if you keep giving him fish, he gonna keep relying on you to eat.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? We don't want to keep giving you fish, nigga. We trying to teach you how to fish.
We trying to grow with y'all.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So let's get this. Hey man, Pure Intentions Podcast. And we out.
Yeah.